Shout out to the Jeeps, the Lex Coupes, Beamers, and the Benz. It's your boy Crypto Blood. Welcome to another episode of My Two Satoshis. It is May 10th, 2018. Yes, we're rocking out to some old school Lost Boys. Man, I love this group in the 90s. Shout out to my man Tyler D for this. Wanted me to play some Jeeps, Lex Coupes, Beamers, and the Benz. That was a classic. I think one of those guys from the Lost Boys group was killed. Maybe it's been 10 years now or longer. Hell, it may have been longer. But shout out to all my Lost Boys fans. Also, we got in the rotation One Drop by Uncle Bob. Shout out to my man Eddie ACB. I'm assuming he meant Bob Marley. That's the only one drop I know. So hey, I hope I'm playing the right song for you, Eddie. But today we're gonna look at a video that is out of CNBC. It's a snippet from a gentleman who used to be actually a Facebook executive, smart individual. I've been following him for years. Very smart guy. He's been on CNBC many times in the past. But his name is Chamath Palihapitiya, and really, I've been following this guy for some years now. He used to be an exec over at Facebook. He now has a venture capital firm called Social Capital. Very smart individual, and he's also, this is another reason. The guy is also a board member, owner of the Golden State Warriors. But I'm just giving you a background on him if you guys don't know who he is. But we're gonna look at a video of him talking about what Warren Buffett and Bill Gates had to say about Bitcoin. This guy's been in Bitcoin since 2012, so we're gonna look into that. And also, we have a nice article about Robinhood. They're gonna be a force to be reckoned with in 2018 and beyond as regards to cryptocurrencies. So we'll take a look at that. I want to give you guys a heads up on that. But first, let's take a look at this market cap. I'm using Coin Checkup again. Bitcoin's dominance is at 36.1%. Overall market cap is kind of steady. We haven't moved that much, hovering around 439 billion, almost 440 billion at the moment. On the hour, we're kind of mixed. On the 24-hour, I would say we're a little bit more red than green. And the week, we're still, I would say, red. Definitely down for the week still. And just a quick look at the charts. Still following my line here. So let's just see. It's kind of indecisive right now. Not sure which way we're going to go. Almost look like we're in another trading range. But I'll draw that out tomorrow after I see how it forms the rest of the day, price action wise. We'll go ahead and do this first. It's out of CoinDesk.com. It says here $363 million Robinhood raise. So Robinhood raises big to build largest crypto platform. It's a lot of money. I remember at Coinbase, I think started with $30 million investment injection. I want to say it was a Series A round from, what's the firm out there in Cali? Andreessen Horowitz, I think, was one of the first major players to invest in an exchange like Coinbase. That was at that time the biggest we had seen in traditional investment capital. But at any rate, it says here US-based mobile stock trading app Robinhood has announced a $363 million Series D funding round that it says will help the firm expand to become possibly the largest cryptocurrency platform. According to a statement published on Thursday, the funding round values the firm at $5.6 billion and was led by DST Global with Iconic, Capital G, Sequoia Capital, and KPCG as participants. So it was a syndicate round. When you have multiple VCs get together, that's called a syndicate. And man, they got 363 million together. See, these types of things that go on for the average person, they don't understand. This is what cryptocurrencies, ICOs, allow us to do. We are able to participate in these types of potentially revolutionary, groundbreaking technologies and companies without having to be a rich person. And, I remember Ken Bozak, when I had him on my channel, he talked about that when he started in stocks. He quickly realized that you can't get rich in or wealthy in the stock market if you don't have money already. That's what ICOs do for us. However, these are the types of deals that the wealthy are privy to on a weekly, monthly basis, quarterly basis. With coffers now full, the firm said it is now looking to expand its cryptocurrency trading service, which is currently available in 10 U.S. states, to eventually cover the whole country as soon as it receives the necessary licenses. In an interview with Fortune, Robinhood's co-founder and co-CEO said he expects this to happen by the close of 2018. In its announcement, the firm said the new funds will be spent on product expansion, infrastructure, and operations, and growing its team. Following that, the CEO said he expects Robinhood to be either the largest or one of the largest crypto platforms out there by the end of 2018. Wow. The notable funding round comes just months after the company announced its move into crypto trading. So really quickly, my two Satoshis additionally on this topic, you see the trend, we see the trend at least 10 years out. I see the traditional equities market as we know it to be a thing of the past. And a lot of these companies will be trading in crypto on blockchains. Whatever type of exchange comes up, you've got NASDAQ starting to deal with that. A lot of money is being pulled and diverted into these types of infrastructures to start building them. But let me know your thoughts on that move by Robinhood. It's going to be big. I think that's a big move for them. Coinbase better step their game up. I don't know if Coinbase can handle that move by Robinhood. And the reason why I say that is because Robinhood has already a user base of millions of individuals using it on the stock and equity side. If all they have to do is just do direct marketing to them, boom, now you're rocking and rolling in the cryptos, adopting and converting people over to the crypto side, where I'm assuming profits are larger dealing in cryptos versus your traditional broker dealer. You got all the fees and stuff pertaining to equities and stocks and stuff, so and ETFs and all that. So we'll see what happens, but that's a major move for Robinhood. So check out this video from CNBC. Let me know your thoughts about that as well.
On Bitcoin.
Yeah.
We had some folks that some people know on our show earlier this week. Becky was out in Omaha. I want to show you what they had to say if we could roll the tape on Bitcoin from Mr. Munger and Mr. Buffett.
The asset itself is creating nothing.
I think it's a scumball activity.
I would short it if there was an easy way to do it.
So there you have it. You have Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, Charlie Munger. One of them was calling it a scumball activity. The other saying, Bill Gates saying he would short this thing if he could. And you're saying they're all wrong.
Yeah.
Explain.
Well, look, not everybody is right all the time. And I think we have to acknowledge that we all have biases. And look, I'm a disciple of Buffett and Munger. And one of the things that they have said for years, which I believe, is you define a circle of competence and you stay within it. And I think it's been clear in his entire investing career that technology is not in his circle of competence. And so the only technology name that he's owned is Apple. I mean, you could claim that IBM was a technology company. That's borderline.
It's out of that. That didn't work anyway.
Right.
And Apple, I was thinking that if he got in Bitcoin, if he eventually got in Bitcoin, when he eventually got into Apple, it'd already be at $1 million probably.
Probably.
But Chamath, just going back to this, I don't think he looks at it as a technology. I think he looks at it as an asset class that he would put in a similar class with gold. Just it's a non-productive asset. It's an asset that is only worth more if other people agree to pay more for it. That that's the type of issue that he's
Which I
talking
also
about.
agree with. I think it is exactly that. I think it is a replacement to gold. But again,
But you like gold. You're saying you like non-productive assets.
I like in a portfolio, again, my portfolio is 99% risk on, 1% risk off. And in that 1% risk off bucket, I think that something like Bitcoin is really important. Why? Because it is not correlated to the rest of the market. And the biggest thing that's changed.
You do not believe that the success of Bitcoin over the past several years has been correlated to the market? I would say not directly correlated, but clearly. So the idea that there's as much liquidity and cash sloshing around in the world has allowed people to buy into Bitcoin in a way that they wouldn't have, frankly, if the market.
That's different than being correlated to a strong
I know,
economy or earnings.
But there is
that's a liquidity argument. That's not a correlation.
I've been in the Bitcoin market since 2012.
Tell 'em.
I feel like I'm in two different universes. I need a passport to go between the Bitcoin world and my regular world. These are not the same people.
Nope.
And what I would tell you is the people that owned Bitcoin in 2012 all the way up to now, the majority of those people view it as a hedge to the traditional financial infrastructure. Whether that's true or not is unclear, but that's how we've all viewed it. Separately, what Joe says is absolutely right. There's a big difference between correlation and liquidity. And the reality is all of these financial assets in the traditional markets are fundamentally correlated. We saw that in 2007. Everything broke down. Things that we thought were hedges went away. And so I think it's really important to not forget what happened there. So in 2018 or 19, heaven forbid we go through another cataclysmic financial event, we are going to see the same fundamental correlation. And so again, I ask, why would it not make sense to have a non-correlated hedge? For a small amount of this is about buying insurance. It was the same reason why in 2007 and 8, the folks that bought simple insurance bought some CDS,
But you might
looked like
as well
heroes.
buy gold. I mean, at least gold's got a 3,000-year, 10,000-year record of being a store of value. I mean, I think that's the other thing Buffett's saying. There's no reason to think this is a store of value.
I think that's a fair point, but I think these are not exclusive decisions. And for this younger class of entrant into the market, they probably don't want to buy gold. In fact, they don't want to buy gold, and they want to buy something that's much more digital and reflective of their values.
How do you feel, though, about the idea that Charlie sort of suggested that there's something sort of scummy about that, or that there's a lot of scum in the crypto world right now, and that there's a lot of people who have been sort of sucked into this world, that have bought into this world by some folks who may not be as.
Look, I think it's really unfair to not understand something and then to disparage it. Again, I think he's exceptional. I think Warren Buffett is exceptional. I think Bill Gates is exceptional at what they do. And I think it's fair to say that in 30 or 40 years, if I'm, a vibrant, successful investor, and if I'm back on this show, the idea that I know what's happening 30 or 40 years from now, as well as some other new 40-year-old or 30-year-old entrant into the market, is just not true. The reality is things change.
All right, people. That was a good one by Charmith. I think he really respectfully disagreed with Buffett and your boy Bill Gates. But that's it. Let me know your thoughts about that video. Jump over to cryptoblood.io. Get you a tee. Drop me a line. Something. We got Uncle Cliff info. We haven't updated that in a while. He's been kind of on the low, so I haven't had many videos. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Thank you for watching another episode of My Two Satoshis. Make sure you like and subscribe, people. I'm out. Holla. Yeah.